So I'm officially ringing the gong and I'm starting freezer cooking at 3:30 in 5 minutes, okay? You're gonna keep me accountable. We're gonna get started here. What is going down is I am doing 50, that's right, 50 freezer meals. I am cooking up my large family freezer meals pack 5, which you can get anywhere from 45 to 50 freezer meals, just depending on how you swing it, how you stretch stuff out, package it, all of that. But 50 meals going down. Let me just tell you, here's all we're making. We are making sesame orange chicken. We're doing the burrito pie freezer meal. We're doing quinoa tortellini sausage soup. We're doing big pans of baked beef macaroni and cheese. We're doing large family style barbecue meatloaves. We're doing easy baked spaghetti. We're doing chicken pot pie for the freezer. We're doing white chicken chili, sausage and spinach fried rice, and a whole bunch of meatballs. It's going down now. I put in a grocery order from Walmart grocery pickup order last night. Travis picked it up for me this morning, and I used this shopping list. I had a few things that were on here. I had the spices and some of the tomato products, but the rest of it I ordered. The total came in at about $370. That breaks down to about $7.40 per meal. You can't beat that to have tons of stuff in the freezer for months to come. If you'd like to see the grocery haul that shows you everything I bought to cook all this up, just look in the description below and there will be a link for that. But what I'm going to do now, the next part of the freezer meal pack, is the big batch freezer cooking prep guide. So step 1, okay, I'm just going to read it all to you. We got to cook 14 pounds of ground beef. We got to cook and shred 15 pounds of chicken breast. I got to cook the quinoa, dice the onions, cook rice, cook pinto beans, scramble eggs, dice and chop some onions, dice and chop some green peppers, shred some carrots. And then I'm going to cook 10 more pounds of ground beef that have green peppers and onion in it. So ready, set, go. You can obviously put these recipes in smaller pans, get more bang for your buck, get even more smaller portioned meals in your freezer if that's what works best for you. Step 1 in the batch cooking guide is to cook 14 pounds of ground beef. I'm just going to use my IKEA pot here. May have to get out another pan, but I'm gonna just do it on the stovetop. If you've watched my other freezer cooking videos, sometimes I'm on the ball and I'll have meat cook in slow cookers overnight, or I'll use pressure cookers, or I'll use my roaster oven. But it's almost 4 o'clock now. We don't even have the meat going. Let's get this a-rolling. Okay, so we got that rolling. Next up, cook and shred 15 pounds of chicken breast. So, best way to do that, I think I will use my big electric pressure cooker to get that going. Okay, so I just looked at my list and I need to do 4 pounds of pinto beans. I'm gonna do those in the Instant Pot. So in the pantry, I had an 8-pound bag of pinto beans. This was also one of the things I think I forgot to mention in the grocery haul. I said I had most of the tomato products, but I also had this bag of pinto beans, so that was something else I didn't have to buy. The most expensive part of it was the meat. Our power flickering with this rain. Stuff you can't make up. This is my less than amused mama face. I thought of something I can do freezer cooking wise. I got some veggies I can chop, so I'm gonna get that done. We do have a generator. The power does go out every now and then. It's been captured in several vlogs during my YouTube time. What usually happens is by the time it's been out just long enough where we think, okay, let's go ahead and get the generator powered up. I tell you, there was one time where the generator was on and it was running for like an hour and the power came back on. And it's a lot of work to, like, you know, get the generator pulled up. Usually at the most, our power's out for 4 hours. If it goes longer than 4 hours, that's the one time we got, since living in this house, that we got that the generator going. So I do have a generator All of my refrigerators and freezers fit on it. Last time I even hooked up one of my pressure cookers and was cooking, and in the middle of cooking, power came back on. I'm like, well, that takes part of the fun out of it. If things go longer than 4 hours, we'll throw everything on the generator and we'll try all this again tomorrow. But for now, happy thoughts getting these veggies chopped. I was on this time thing and I was trying to get it done this evening. Come on. Life's looking a little brighter now. Power's back on. 6:30. So there's that. But we're just gonna power through. Pounds of chicken cooked. Yeah. So we got more meat going, that meat's done, meat going there, meat done there, meat there, meat there. Getting ready to getting the water going now to do the quinoa. Travis, married 21 years this month, has enough wisdom to know. Bringing the woman home an iced coffee. So there you go, that's 3 pounds of beans. I was going to do 4 pounds of dried pinto beans in my 8-quart Instant Pot. But then I got doing the math in my head. Usually 1 cup of dried beans equals 3 cups of cooked beans. And I thought, you know what, J. Morrell? This is not your 14-quart pressure cooker. This is your 8-quart pressure cooker. I had all the chicken going over there in the 14-quart. So I took a pound out, and it looks like that's just about right. Usually I do beans in this larger one. So you just can't have too many 14-quart pressure cookers, is the moral of this story. And I'm just using, this is one of my lovely containers from that one trip we got to take to the restaurant supply store. These beans are done. So I already measured out, this is 8 cups of rice, we're gonna do 16 cups of water. Now for these beans, I did 3 pounds of beans, and I did 20 cups of water. I put it on manual high for 45 minutes. Some people use the bean button, some people do 30 minutes. I always go for a little longer when in doubt. The nice thing with doing rice in the Instant Pot is for that, I do just hit the rice button, and it weighs it a bit, or whatever you want to say. It measures it in a way. And then it decides if it needs 10 minutes, 12 minutes, or whatever. So this is on 12 minutes. Okay, so now we got some big greasy meat draining that has to go down. This is my big, nice colander, my next largest bowl. Okay, so the last thing for my big batch freezer meal prep guide is being done right now. I just cracked 18 eggs into that pan, and I'm gonna scramble them the old-fashioned way. So the next thing, I've got some cream of chicken, homemade cream of chicken I can do. You can also use canned cream of chicken if you want to, okay? So I'm gonna do homemade cream of chicken, I can make that. And I can also go ahead and get the noodles done, but you see my stove is kind of like, this is where I need 2 stoves. So the first recipe that we're coming to in the pack is the sesame orange chicken. I'm going to actually, once I get my rice out of this Instant Pot, I'm gonna go ahead and make this so I can feed one of these meals to my family tonight, and then the other one, once it cools, we'll freeze it, and then it'll just be a quick, like, microwave type heat up dinner on another day we need it. But this recipe makes 2 of the 1-gallon freezer bags. Then after that, we're gonna roll into burrito pie, and then we've got the soup that we can get going. Okay, so got another can of ground beef ready to go. Okay, don't be scared. There's a table now in the kitchen. Many of you have suggested one of these folding tables in the kitchen for when I'm doing my freezer cooking. And we got one the other week when we went camping. And I'm also going to use it for freezer cooking. So yay, I also have a workspace because right now, you don't see them, but you probably hear them. There's kids all around my counter over here. They're having dried mango. They just finished a thing of blueberries. They're watching some TV. They're talking to me. I still need room to work, and you know what's happening on my other counters. So anyway, I'm going to do this thing where I've got an empty orange juice container. I've got all this grease, and I need this bowl. So we're going to pour the grease in this orange juice container. Okay, so one update that's happening, and this is human user error on my part. I forgot to order my 4 cans of refried beans. Man, and I was getting everything all geared up to make the burrito pie. I mixed ground beef with refried beans. So, it's okay though, because we have 4 pounds of dry pinto beans, the other 4 pounds. The first 4 pounds are for some chili we gotta get going. But the second 4 pounds I was gonna put in a baggie and then just put them in the freezer. However, I'm just gonna make my own pinto beans. So just got the last of the chicken out of that 14-quart Go Wise pressure cooker. Gonna put the whole 4 pounds of dried pinto beans in that bad boy, because that one is 14 quarts. And those, the pinto beans here. So I guess in planning this out, the pinto beans I already have done that have been here cooling, and those are for the chili. I could use those now for the burrito pie, and then when these are done, I can use those for the chili. So for our impromptu refried beans, really all you need is to cook your beans, put a little garlic powder in them, mash them up, you got refried beans. But because this is for our burrito pie and I need to do some taco seasoning flavors anyway, I'm gonna do some cumin, some paprika, some chili powder, we got the powdered garlic, and then some salt and pepper. Okay, so it's 10:45, kids are still up. They've been eating fruit and grazing all evening while I've been cooking on this, but I just got some things together that kind of looks like a meal. Here's the sesame orange chicken. This is Zion's plate. It's over brown rice. But a lot of kids have had tons of blackberries and blueberries and fruit as well. Benjamin's having some cheese. Yes, Benjamin's still up too. So things are happening. You see these burrito pies are in process, but I need to do 2 more. We've got 6 done that need wrapped. 2 more. I'm gonna hand Zion some dinner right now. I think we've also reached the point in the evening now that we're just, so close to 11 p.m. Remember, superhero J. Morrell, and I've done this before, I've pushed and I've cooked till 1 or 2. I'm really trying to be sensible, J. Morrell. A little gift to myself. Let's see, we really got rolling about 7, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I've been pushing solid for a good 4 hours. I've also, like I said, haphazardly fed kids in this. We've got just about 10 meals done, and everything is prepped except spaghetti noodles still need made, cream of chicken sauce, and a cheese sauce. But all this other stuff is prepped. We got rice prep, we got macaroni noodles, we've got all the meat cooked. I'm going to do these pie things here that I'm doing. Then I'm going to cover things. I'm going to get them in refrigerators. I'm going to get them out of the way, do a quick cleanup. So I'm closing down shop for tonight. I told the kids, I said, look at this kitchen. This is what Mom, So if you stayed around, you got to hear us cry. And remember, folks, even though I'm still in the middle of making all these meals, I am making them for my large family freezer meals pack number 5, where you can make these 45 to 50 freezer meals. You don't have to have your power go out. You can start earlier in the day. You could get it done, I'm gonna say, in about 8 to 10 hours all in, including cleanup. If you don't have as much real life comedy going on as I do, if you have some comedy going on, all you need to do, get 4 hours in one evening, get the rest of your time in the following afternoon, and you'll be done, and you'll have your freezer jam-packed full of meals. The link to get Large Family Freezer Meals Pack 5 is going to be the first link down in the description below. And remember, you can enter special promo code HELLO20 at checkout to save 20% off. Yes and amen. Be looking for part 2. Mama's going to bed after I clean up my tornado. Good night.